back to try to finish that concert, that is what we will see. People have cleared out. What's interesting is I actually had just learned from our colleague, producer Carolyn Song. She was at one of the entrances around 7:30, and she told me at 7:30, just before this was called, that there was still a long line of people to get in. And keep in mind, it was a much more extensive screening process than you would normally see for an event in Central Park, as they were checking everybody's vaccination status, or perhaps other identifications they needed, checking your bags. You weren't allowed to really bring anything in. So as all of that was happening, that was taking a little bit longer. So again, there were still people waiting to come in. We had seen event staff presumably all leaving in a big group. These would be event staff who would be dealing with people in the park. I don't see a way that they would bring anybody back. So obviously they would be leaving for the evening. But again, we're all just kind of on standby at this point as we wait to see. I'm looking at the stage. It's a little bit further away than it was before. I don't see any movement on the stage at this point from my vantage point. But, again, maybe Barry Manilow knows more than we do in terms of whether they're going to bring people back. But the rain hasn't let up yet. That I can tell you.
Wow. So Erica. I mean, I know you were saying earlier that the security staff, which had been hired to for the crowds, that they obviously are out of the rain. Have they gone away? Have they been dismissed? Because if they're no longer there, then it seems very highly unlikely that the crowd would be allowed to return.
Yeah, it's a good question. I haven't been able to get a firm answer on that. They were really confused for who were just joining us when they were moving people out. I was asking some of the security staff what their instructions had been, when they were told to tell the concert goers, and they hadn't yet been given any instruction. We did see a large group of them moving out. I haven't seen any more of them now. It's not clear if they just went to be somewhere perhaps in shelter. But it's tough to imagine any way that you could bring tens of thousands of people back into this park. Again, this was it's a massive undertaking when you're not dealing with a COVID-safe concert. But when you think about all the extra security measures and checkpoints that were put in place, even as a member of the media, we went through 3 different checkpoints on our way in, as our bags were checked, as they checked our vaccination cards for a second time. I don't see how they could bring that many people back, certainly not in a timely fashion.
Yeah. Erica, we'll continue to check in with you.
Well, I'm just messaging with Doug Davis, who says that the concert, according to him, he's the son of Clive Davis, that they are going to be bringing it back at 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock?
Yes.
That's the plan.
Now, again, obviously this is all subject to change. You just heard Erica saying that she saw some more lightning, heard some more thunder, and obviously that can't happen at 10 o'clock if there's still lightning and thunder.
Right, but if there's not lightning, it could theoretically.
The show will go on without an audience.
Right. That's the latest right now. We'll continue to follow that.